Hi, I'm Nancy Blotner. At Caldwell University, we believe that all citizens should be informed about the important issues that affect their daily lives. That's why we're proud to support programming produced by the Caucus Educational Corporation and their partners in public television.
This special edition of One-on-One with Steve Adubato is brought to you from the Tisch WNET studios at Lincoln Center. Funding has been provided by Robert Wood Johnson University Hospital, the heart of academic medicine, the Robert Wood Johnson Foundation, Caldwell University, MagnaCare, TD Bank, the Healthcare Foundation of New Jersey, founded by the Jewish community, and by the law firm of Gibbons, P.C.
This is One-on-One.
When you first heard that they were doing Charlie Rose and Gayle King, didn't you go, what?
People like laughing at others, so I don't mind if the other is me.
See, you go right into the character. That's what it is.
I'm bringing families together a half an hour each week. Man, I'm doing something special.
And so I do feel successful.
Hi, I'm Steve Adubato. Welcome to the Tisch WNET studio in the heart of Manhattan Lincoln Center. It's my honor, my pleasure to introduce Lionel, a news and legal analyst who is no stranger to the metropolitan area. How you doing?
I'm doing great, and I finally made it.
What do you mean you made it?
Adubato, you know, I feel like I know you. No, seriously, we're in the same biz, right?
That's right.
We travel the same circles.
Yes.
And I feel, because I've watched every single thing you've ever done, I've watched your... No, I'm not getting out of here. I'm telling you the truth. Take an encomium, a paean, a praise, a panegyric. I watch you,
Thank you.
And I'm honored, sir.
And you love public broadcasting.
Without a doubt.
Thank you. You've had a fascinating career. You really have, on so many levels. The radio side, the TV side. But you have a background, a legal background, right? Lawyer, trial lawyer. When did
Ex-prosecutor.
When did you know I'm going on the media side? When?
Merely by accident. I was in the state. I'm a native Floridian. Rare commodity. Second generation. And I, in the 80s, found talk radio. This is pre-Rush. And I thought, this is the most fantastic thing in the world. You can call somebody up, and this is when it was kind of in the nascent, not what talk radio was, post-Rush.
Right.
And I called up, I said, this is fantastic. And I had 3 rules, Steve, 3 rules. Number 1, be the first caller. Set the tone. Number 2, never talk about the subject that the host is talking about. And when at all possible, insult the family of the host. Make the guy angry for 3 hours, ruin the show, corral it, derail it, and then they'll talk about you for the next 3 hours.
This is as a caller.
As a caller. I said, this is, and then I would listen to people like, can you believe that guy? It was a very timid America, if you can believe that. So.
And you were Lionel.
Well, yeah. I picked the name I got from the movie Scarecrow with Al Pacino and Gene Hackman. And I just happened to pick this name because one day they said, they would ask, where are you from? Okay, let's go to Chelsea. Let's go to Weehawken. I said, what is this, name? I'm not a city. So I just saw the movie. I said, Lionel. Call me Lionel. And I called them again, and they said, oh, you're Lionel. I said, who? I said, oh, yeah,
they
the
remembered
name.
you.
Yeah. And the rest is history.
And then you bring you to New York, and you do WABC. Radio, you do WOR, you do, and you're on television, you're an analyst.
Well, what happened was very interesting because I was doing it here in Florida, and they said, do you want to come and do a Sunday show on this local affiliate, WFLA? You want to do a Sunday show? Can you do this? Because we know who you are. You've been calling. Plus, the people listening know who you are. It's a built-in audience. Will you want to do this? I said, sure. I thought, money. I know on these weekend shows, they do barter and trade. I didn't want to pay a lot of money. So I took a law friend of mine. I said, wear a suit. We're going to be lawyers because they're going to make us pay. I don't want to pay a lot. I'll pay a little bit, but not a lot because everybody else, gardening shows. And so when we sat down, he said, let's talk about money. I said, it's a good idea. He said, what do you think is fair? I said, what do you think's fair? Brilliant negotiating on my part. He said, $100. I said, $100? He said, that's all we can pay you. Steve, I should go blind if I'm lying. I said, you're going to pay me?
You thought you had to pay them.
Yes.
People don't realize that barter is the gardening show very often.
Yes.
The gardener pays the radio station.
Yes.
They were going to pay Lionel.
Yes.
You're like, done.
I'm in. This was October of 1988.
Love it.
3 months later, they say, you want to do middays, 9 to noon. I said, I'm not paying $100. You understand that? Or you're going to pay. So anyway, and then This was January. And then 7 months later, did Afternoon Drive. And then years later, a wonderful man by the name of Jim Arcara, who was the president of ABC Radio, the owned and operated charge of the radio unit, had a pied-à-terre, I guess, in the listening area. He said, how would you like to come to New York, WABC? I said, let me get this straight. I have this flourishing legal career representing the flotsam and jetsam of humanity. And those are the judges. I sit in court all day basically for no reason. I got to chase down a fee. You're asking me to leave this thriving business to go to the #1 media market in the world, or as far as I'm concerned, in New York? You damn right. And I left, and the rest is history. And that was 20 years ago.
Let me ask you this. Why do you call yourself a political atheist?
Because I do not believe in a left-right paradigm. I think I follow the Carol Quigley treatise from Tragedy and Hope. I said, this is a joke. It's two sides of the same coin. Diet Coke, Diet Pepsi. It doesn't matter. If you think today that Barack Obama, for example, and I'm talking mostly, Steve, at the national, international level, not locally. Locally, yeah, there's differences. But if you think that Barack Obama is a liberal, or if you think that the next president is going to do anything different than what's going on now, not you, but the royal you, are out of your mind. It's an illusion, this left-right paradigm. I'm a conservative, I'm a liberal. I'm a paleoconservative. I'm a neoconservative.
Labels don't work.
They don't
They're
mean
not real.
anything.
They don't mean anything.
The script of this country is written out in 25-year increments. It's written. I don't care if you're the president, I'm the president. It doesn't matter.
What's the script say?
War, Africa, imperialism. This is horrible what my country is doing. We are involving ourselves in matters that have absolutely nothing to do with the security of this country. We're going after a host of, this is a third wave of imperialism. At first it was gold by the British. Then after the post-industrial world, it was petroleum. Basically where military units are basically the protectors of oil interests. And now in the third stage, we're going after new things. Granted, gold is fine and petroleum, but rare earth metals, lithium. Lithium powers everything. Afghanistan is the Saudi Arabia of lithium. And now, hydro-imperialism and water. Water is going to be the next casus belli, the next commodity of war. It's happening right now. In Libya, I don't want to go off too much of this, but there's a thing called the Nubian sandstone aquifer. This is the largest freshwater aquifer on the planet. Muammar Gaddafi had that. Dumped $25 billion into it. Not for long, Mo. It's ours.
Got to ask you this. You have, well, you call yourself a political atheist. You have strong political beliefs on so many levels. You don't call yourself a conservative. You don't call yourself a liberal.
Right.
But you have a strong following. How important is it for you to have a regular platform, A, and B, can you have a platform in the digital world right now? Talk about it.
Absolutely.
Go.
What I am right now, we're talking about this, is I am a product. I am Lionel. this is the product. I am terrestrial radio and satellite radio and conventional radio and TV and digital, and I podcast and I social media. I've got multi-layered platforms, multi-layered vertical marketing, you name it. Steve, this is a world today that is so immense. It is so labyrinthine. I don't want to get too fancy-schmancy here, but it is a world that knows no parallel. And the problem, woe to the antediluvian, the archaic, who keep living in this 1980s paradigm, where they're talking about, what station are you on? What are you
Does it not even matter anymore?
No.
What are we doing? We're on public broadcasting. That matters.
I'm not saying don't do this, but you are not just here, you're everywhere. See, in the old days, if I said, hey, I was on the Steve Adubato show, too bad I'm not in New York. You don't have to be in New York. You're everywhere. I'll send it to you. Here it is. This might be the launching pad,
right?
But this might be the heart, but the arteries and the vascular system and you got
to be everywhere.
And exactly.
You've got to be everywhere.
This is a huge world. This is a world that is so enormous. There's 311 million people in this country. Think about that. And if you ask people, young people in the street, what radio station you listen to? If you use this 1980s mentality, what radio station? I told you the story. I went into a Radio Shack, but now it's something else. I asked for a radio. I have a better time finding a shack. Radio, satellite, no, a radio, a transistor with the thing gone.
Antennas. Listen, we've had your handle up the whole time, your Twitter handle, so people find you there and they find all your platforms. Lionel, I thank you for coming in and wish we had more time.
I thank you. I have finally done it.
Thank you, buddy.
I love you. Thanks,
Appreciate
my
it.
friend.
Stay right
Thank
there.
you.
This is one-on-one from the Tisch WNET studio. We still have a station. We do.
Yes.
Channel 13. Stay with us. We'll be right back right after this. Thanks, Lionel.
To see more one-on-one with Steve Adubato programs, visit us online at steveadubato.org. If you would like to express an opinion, email us at info@caucusnj.org. Find us on Facebook at facebook.com/Steve Adubato PhD and follow us on Twitter at Steve Adubato.
Someone wants you. You know who. Know you're living. There's music in you. Now you're hearing something new. Someone playing the music in you.
Wow. She can sing. Do you know who that is?
That's the first time I've seen that. That's
Judy
amazing.
Kaye is a wonderful actor. Rodgers and Hammerstein, Cinderella at Broadway, the Broadway Theater, Broadway and 53rd Street.
Right.
You play the fairy-godmother.
How about that?
You are good.
Thank you.
Did you always knew you could sing like that?
Not like that.
How did you originally? Because you originally.
I came from Phoenix, Arizona, and I was in choral music as a kid, and I knew that I needed to get up and do this in front of people, and went off to UCLA and studied it, and kind of thought I'd be a teacher, but I found out that I'm not a good teacher. I'm really a lousy teacher. Get out of the way, kid. I'll do this.
Yes,
it's okay.
yes.
No, I'm not that bad, but
No. You needed to
I'm a
perform.
ham. Yeah.
You're a ham. I'm sorry I interrupted you.
Yeah, no,
You're a ham by nature?
I guess so. I guess less a ham now than I was when I was a kid. I think all kids are kind of hams, you know. We have them backstage. They come on to see people after the show, and they get out on that stage, and you can tell that some of these kids are going to wind up doing this.
You can
They're
see it.
bitten. Oh yeah.
Tell me about this play. What makes it special?
This is really a beautiful thing. I come to it somewhat late because I opened in a show called Nice Work If You Can Get It.
Heard about it.
A couple of blocks away while this was opening, and I never got to see it. Victoria Clark was playing this role, and she's just a goddess to me. I just think she's a wonderful singing actor. And the phone call came that she was going to do her first big directing job, which is what she intended to do when she came to New York in the first place, and that they needed a fairy godmother, and would I be interested? And
That's why you're doing the other play.
Why
I'm sorry. While you were doing the other one,
while I was doing the other one, this opened while
Okay.
I was doing that. So
Right.
this has been running all of this
Right.
time, very happily, and making kids and parents and grandparents just happy as they can be, and. I say this kind of often when I do a show and you get a response from an audience. Mamma Mia was a very specific response from an audience, especially since we opened kind of around 9/11. But the happiness that comes out of an audience from this beautiful, beautiful show, which started as the television version, the Rodgers and Hammerstein Cinderella. First, Julie Andrews played Cinderella back in the 50s, and
Right.
then in black and white, and then Leslie Ann Warren took it over in the early 60s, and they expanded it and interpolated material, other songs from other places. This is a song, was not on my radar at all. I'd never heard this song before. And it comes from a film, a little-known kind of a cavalcade film, and the song was sung by, I'm having the proverbial senior moment.
That's okay.
Yeah.
But did you love it right away?
Mary Martin, yes.
Mary Martin. Okay.
Yeah.
Loved it right away.
Went crazy for it. I sat in the audience and looked around me, and people were loving it. And then And then I thought, I get to do that, and I
And
fly.
I heard about the flying part.
I fly. Who knew?
You fly, you sing. And the other thing that's great about, one of the things I heard, Kiki Palmer.
Oh.
Was that Kiki?
That was Kiki. Kiki is, I don't know if she's an old soul, but she is a brilliant kid. She's 21 years old.
Where do I know her from? Our kids watch her on, what? Help me on this, guys.
She had a talk show on BET.
That's it.
She did another kid show. I don't know her whole resume. All I know is that she is brilliant. She is a wonderful natural actor, so honest and so bright. And I keep saying every day I'm learning from her. I certainly am.
Her.
Yeah, and I'm relearning the joy of doing this as a kid, and she appreciates the opportunity to be in a Broadway show. She really gets it.
Does the play change? I mean, she's the first African American to play in this role, right? Does play change at all because of that?
Yeah.
How so?
I think it's even more poignant. She stepped into the show a couple of days before I did. My costume wasn't ready. You can see that's a big old costume. But I got to see she and Sherry Shepherd, their opening nights in the show. And she walked on the stage in the very beginning, and I just started to cry. There was something very poignant about this young woman taking over this part and what somehow it did to the importance of the whole thing. And then at the intermission, I looked down, and the house is full of young black girls dressed up in tiaras, waltzing in the aisles. And the whole thing just filled me with such kind of gratitude and wonderment, and why did it take so long for this to happen? But isn't it a good thing it's happened, and it's happening?
You know, to be able to do this and talk to people like yourself who are extraordinarily talented is a gift. Do you feel that you've been given a gift?
Yes, always have. It's never just been a job to me. It's always been, oh boy, it's the first day of school. I get to go and rehearse a play.
Even when you're doing two in one day?
You know what? We have a joke about there's this thing we call Dr. Theater, and you can show up at the theater and you can feel just awful. You know, you've got a little stomach ache, you've got an ache, and at this age it's an ache and a pain. And then you get up on that stage and you are whole. And we just call it Dr. Theater. It heals the actor, and it heals the audience when it's like this, when it's a show like this.
And the play still resonates after just a few years.
Yeah, and it's this version. So much new material was interpolated into it, and it's got just the hint of an edge and the hint of a contemporary feel, enough so that the adults in the audience can get a chuckle, and it feels fresh every day.
Well, I want to remind folks that they can see Rodgers and Hammerstein's Cinderella, the Broadway Theater, Broadway and 53rd Street. Judy Kaye, I want to thank you so much for joining us here on Public Broadcast.
Thank you for having me. Appreciate it.
It's our pleasure. Stay right there. Stay with us. We'll be right back for one-on-one. We'll have one-on-one. I'll get this out right after this.
To see more one-on-one with Steve Adubato programs, visit us online at steveadubato.org. If you would like to express an opinion, email us at info@caucusnj.org. Find us on Facebook at facebook.com/Steve Adubato PhD, and follow us on Twitter at Steve Adubato.
That's pretty awesome. By the way, that was from the Signature Theater, and Jim Houghton, founding artistic director of the Signature Theater on 42nd Street between 10th and 11th. What an operation you have. Talk about it, Signature Theater.
Oh gosh, it's been a dream, really. It's a place where I often talk about the plays are a happy byproduct of what we do, and what we do is really relationships. We are unique in that way, where we create these long-term relationships with writers. We started with this program called Residency One.
Residency One.
Yeah, and it's one writer for an entire season with the writer in residence the entire time, and they're engaged with the audience and obviously all the artists.
Who's there now?
Right now it is Pete Gurney, A.R. Gurney. And
Yeah, we just had him in.
Did you have
We
Pete in?
just had Pete in.
Yeah, and Naomi Wallace, and we've done amazing.
That's Pete Gurney,
parts.
right? We're looking at him on camera right now.
Oh, there he is.
It's
yeah.
amazing.
Oh, he's incredible. And
84
there's
years young.
Naomi. Yeah, exactly.
That's
But
Naomi. Oh my God.
that program we started with, and then we created a program called Residency 5, where we have writers in residence for 5 years, and we encourage bodies of work there. We nurture them. We commit to 3 new works from them over the 5 years. In the Residency 1, we always do new work, and so it's this incredible collection of amazing artists that we develop relationships with.
How about the relationship with the audience at $25?
Yeah.
I mean, hold on, $25, and you're committed that the price is $25 over the next how many years?
The next 20 years.
Explain the economics to of that, because here at Public Broadcasting, we're trying to figure out the economics.
Yeah.
I can't figure out how you pull that off.
It's an interesting thing, you know. We wanted to address the idea of access because, you know, we all talk about wanting to have diverse and a wide range of audiences and serving our whole community. But the only way to do that is by creating an access point for them. So what we did about 8, 9 years ago is we started and piloted the program, and we underwrote the tickets. So they're full price.
Define that. People hear the word underwriting
Right.
or underwriting, and they're like, hey, what does that mean?
So if you buy a ticket there and we charge you $25 for it, you're going to see on the ticket that the ticket's $75 and it's been underwritten by $50, and then you pay the remainder. And so that's to remind
Who
everybody.
paid for the 50?
Well, the 50 is a collection of folks. We have a key underwriter right now called the Pershing Square Foundation with Bill and Karen Ackman, who have supported that. And they've, in essence, created a challenge and threw the gauntlet down and put up half the money for that over the next 20 years.
So that means you're not that much different than we are in this sense. For those of us in public broadcasting, we often tell people, you know, we don't charge you, right? We're on a subscription,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
we're out there raising money all the time to do what we do. Are you out there raising money?
Oh, yeah. No, I mean,
So
that's...
I didn't think you were that much different.
No,
right?
it's a key part. What's interesting about the ticket initiative is that for somebody who can afford the full freight and they're sitting there in a $25 ticket price point, they give back. They like the notion of the theater experience being democratized. And so when we go and reach out and ask for help, they're inclined to give back. They want to sort of pay it forward. And that's been really remarkable to see how, as a sort of strategy to engage folks with it, they're really into the notion of this civic idea of making access possible.
But your space, you know, I happen to, because I live in New Jersey and
Yeah.
come through the, when I say the
Yeah.
tunnel, there are 2, but I come through the Lincoln.
Yeah.
I mean, you're there.
Yeah,
I mean,
we're
you
right
come
there.
through, you're right there.
Yeah.
And it's not, make it clear, what's going on there? Because you got a lot of things going on.
Well, what's fascinating, you know, we're the first new theater arts building of this scale. It's a full city block in almost 50 years. And it was designed, the interior was designed by Frank Geary. He partnered with us over many years into design and create these spaces.
What's there?
Well, it's 75,000 square feet. It's this huge scale, but it's all in intimate blocks. We have 3 theaters. We have a cafe, a bookstore.
Isn't there a bar?
You know, bar, and yeah. Every theater should have a bar, you know. And what's interesting for us is that we made the front door the stage door. So we want everyone who occupies that building, whether it's artists, staff, audience, that they're all sharing the same space so that we're reminded it's that people that make this work. So if you go as an audience member and see a work, and you go and stay at the bar or have a bite to eat after the show in our space, you're going to see every single person who was on that stage in that space with you. And it just reminds us that it's not a precious thing, it's not an elevated thing, but it's accessible in another kind of way to each of us.
What's it done for the neighborhood?
Well, I think it's been a great grounding for that part of the theater district, and you know, that part of town is just developing at a major speed. And so I think the building was initially called the gateway to the Hudson Yards, and
Sure.
And it's sort of done that.
It didn't always look that way. I mean, you think about, sorry for interrupting, think about where we are here in Lincoln Center, right?
Yeah.
Lincoln Center in, Paul, what was it, about in the 60s, 70s? You right?
Yeah.
Major transition changed in the 60s, or happened in the 60s. You guys are part of an incredible transition there, right?
Yeah.
42nd Street.
Well, we opened this building
Theater
in
district.
2012, and we had developed a theater down at 11th and 42nd Street, and was there for
Further
15
west.
years. Yeah, we were there for 15 years. So that was no man's land back then, and we ended up down the block in this whole new center. Yeah, it's been amazing.
Before I let you out of here, in 1991, when you founded it, was this the vision?
You know, the vision, it started about empowering the individual, and for us, that was really the writer, and to create context for that writer, and to appreciate the full scope of a body of work and a life in the arts. And so it was founded on that core principle, and to dig in a real way, in a deep way, a meaningful way, with an individual, and in our case, the writer. And so that has been consistent throughout, and the mission of the company has grown organically to what it is today, where we have this complex that is facilitating all those relationships to flourish.
You love what you do, and you're making a great impact on a lot of people. Jim Houghton is the founding artistic director of Signature Theater on 42nd Street between 10th and 11th. We thank you for doing what you are doing in the neighborhood and well beyond. Jim, thank you so much for joining
Thanks
us
so
on
much,
Public
Steve, for
Broadcasting.
having me. It's great meeting you.
It was
Thanks
terrific.
a lot.
Keep doing what you're doing.
Thank you.
One-on-One with Steve Adubato has been a production of the Caucus Educational Corporation, celebrating over 25 years of broadcast excellence. This special edition of One-on-One with Steve Adubato is brought to you from the Tisch WNET studios at Lincoln Center. Funding has been provided by Robert Wood Johnson University Hospital, the Robert Wood Johnson Foundation, Caldwell University, MagnaCare, TD Bank, the Healthcare Foundation of New Jersey, and by the law firm of Gibbons, P.C. Promotional support provided by The Record, North Jersey's trusted source, and NorthJersey.com, the New Jersey Business and Industry Association, and its monthly magazine, New Jersey Business. Transportation provided by Airbrook Limousine, serving the metropolitan New York, New Jersey area.
An aneurysm almost took my life.
When I needed a heart transplant, survival rates mattered to me.
An irregular heartbeat could have ended my life.
I came to Robert Wood Johnson, and they repaired it through a hole smaller than a dime.
But thanks to robotic technology at RWJ, I'm still here.
That's why I chose RWJ.
At Robert Wood Johnson, being the best means breakthroughs in cardiovascular care happen every day.
RWJ and Robert Wood Johnson Medical School, the heart of academic medicine.